Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again, and welcome to Flexx FM, the station, the only station that does it like this. I want to say pleasant good evening to our affiliates, Big Links Radio, Vibe on Radio, Starlight, Traffic Jam, Crazy Vibe Radio family. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? It's good to have you guys here. It's a pleasure having you guys here, by the way, for real. Thank you so very much for syndicating us in your neck of the woods, in New York, in New Jersey, in Atlanta, and Connecticut. And we really, really, really appreciate the fact that you guys really and truly step up to the plate and know what it is to take great content, great information, and share it with your viewers and your listeners in those areas, in those neck of the woods. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Let's Chat with TC. Yes, and this evening, it's a welcome back show. Yes, because I've been out of commission for a while due to this terrible, 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 terrible flu virus. And I'm saying it's no joke, for real. Seriously, it's no joke. It's one of those things that will hang you up in the emergency room, and based on everything that you see in the media and on social media and of course on mainstream media, you're saying to yourself, I wonder if I actually have this swine flu, because then the swine flu is actually back, for real. And one minute you think that you're getting over it, the next minute you're back to square one. So you ask yourself this question: what am I doing wrong? And I'm quite sure most of you probably ask yourself that question. One thing I'm telling you to do is hibernate yourself from society, period. Yes. You don't want your siblings, you don't want your sons or your daughters or anyone in your circle to catch this flu. It's serious, man. Deadly, deadly, deadly thing. I can't tell you that much. It's so deadly that I'm asking myself these questions. Was it really the flu? Because I've catching flu over and over and over and over, but nothing like this. Makes you feel hot inside but cold outside, and make it constantly, there's no such thing as an appetite if you don't feel like you want to eat anything of that nature. And imagine somebody as slim as me not eating, not drinking. You just don't have appetite for anything whatsoever. And you don't want to be on the phone, one. And these are some factual stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you about my personal experience. First thing, it's not like you don't want to talk to family and friends, but you just want to stay off the phone, one. Your favorite television show or radio station program that you normally listen to, you don't even want to hear. You just want to cuddle under your sheet and that's it. You don't want to move. Everything just feels different. You yourself feel different. If you should sit up or stand up, then you feel like you're floating. You feel like you're high, literally smoking, I must tell you. And these are the feeling that you get. Now, picture your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old having that feeling already, knowing how energetic they were and seeing them just lying there helpless. What state or frame of mind would that put you in? Then imagine how I'm feeling, you know what I mean? And you know what the beauty about it? I have this little 15-year-old daughter who consistently calls me to lift my spirit. For real. Consistently call me. And whenever she call and don't get me, she sends some of the nicest texts. And it's stuff like that that motivates you to say, I'm going to get up out of this bed. I'm going to drink whatever tea I'm supposed to drink. I'm going to eat whatever I'm supposed to eat. And it's those little nice gestures. And it's good when you have loved ones around you that really do care, and, you know what I mean, despite how you feel, they'll just want to make sure that you're all right. And those are the motivation and the support that, definitely will get you up and out of bed. For real. Imagine you as a grown man and someone making some tea for you and, saying, try this. I try a lot of home remedy, I swear. And I must tell you this. I really do think it's the home remedy that brings back the good feeling. So, maximum respect to the good old folks who still believe in home remedy, such as to blend up the ginger with the honey, the garlic, and all these things. It may taste bad going down, but believe me, it does wonders. Trust me, my people, it really does wonders. So, with that being said, it's a combination of stuff that will help you get back on your feet, my people. And these are some of the stuff that, I would encourage you to try to be up on before, because there's a thing called the immune system, and once that's weak, then you're prone to anything coming in. It's a defense system, and if your defense is down, what happens? If you're someone who likes sports, think about it that way. If your defense is down, if your back line is down, what happens? All the team that's attacking come through easy. And that's what happened with the flu virus, man, for real. So for all my hardworking people out there who feel like you just have to stay up on the grind and burn the candle at both ends, sometimes you just have to slow down, because if you don't slow down, you'll be forced to slow down. For real, trust me on that. Yes, man. If you don't slow down, you will be forced to slow down. Still that much, for real. And that much I can say. But props, big props goes out to you if you're on the up and up with taking your vitamin, drinking a lot of water, which is really good. Now is a time you're gonna believe that when they say you should consume 8 gallons of water or 8 glasses of water per day, that it's factual. Now is a time that you should stock up on your fruits. It's important that you stock up on your fruits, because this is all your build and strengthen your immune system, and your vitamin C and so forth. Now, what I've been realizing since I've been sick over the past couple of weeks, I've been doing some reading and going online and doing some research, is that the natural stuff is the better substance, ladies and gentlemen. So if you talk about vitamin in a bottle and you look at what consists of the vitamin and what they put in it to break it down. Now they're thinking about a mass production, so you don't really get that 100% because they're thinking about putting this on shelves all over the island, all over the country, all over the world. So therefore, you're not getting that 100% substance. Now, but if you buy an orange from the farmer's market, when you squeeze that orange, it's 100% vitamin C that you're getting. For real. If you should take your time out and grate a ginger, it's that 100% nutrients, protein you're getting from that ginger, ladies and gentlemen. So these natural stuffs are really, really good to consume and really, really good to have. So I will encourage you to take time out and go to the farmer's market every so often and stock up on your banana, your grapes, your apple, your oranges, and take your time out and squeeze them. Find pleasure in squeezing them. Whistle your favorite song or sing your favorite song while squeezing them. And if you have a juicer, then juice them. You know what I mean? Because believe me, they are 100% better to me than those one-a-day vitamin for men or women. And I'm not knocking any one-a-day tablet out there or anything like that over the counter. I'm just saying, if you really want that 100% nutrient, protein, you have to go to the source itself. You have to. So there are millions of juices out there. And think about it from a biblical perspective, ladies and gentlemen. When God created this place, He never created rice and peas. He never created chicken foot soup. No. But it's the same thing that they use to make these vitamins and proteins. It's the same herbs and fruits and spices that they get from the ground. Yes. So you can imagine if you would get that. That man wasn't destined to live for 70 or 60. Man destined to live for say 2, 3, 400. But because we start cut our life short just by substituting the good meal now for these fast products. Like it's easier to pop a pill and say it's a vitamin C tablet, in opposed to going to the store, buying an orange, peeling it, squeezing it, straining it, and drink it. You see how much thing you have to do, in opposed to just popping a pill? For real. So you put both of them on a scale, and I'll tell you any day, the orange are going to weigh more than a tablet. Any day. The apple is going to weigh more than a tablet. The banana is going to weigh more than a tablet. Any day. And it's 100% nutrients you're getting from those natural fruits. For real. Nowadays, the herbs and spice that we buy at the grocery stores are so much full of these things that they put in there for mass production. So we don't really get the natural, organic substance out of it. So if you find yourself have a little yard or a nice little patio where you can plant your own little thyme and you know, your own little scallion and tomato, go ahead. For real. Go ahead and do so. And the reason why I'm encouraging this, ladies and gentlemen, is because in this day and age now, this is how you can be an up and up at what you're intaking. You can know exactly what you're intaking. And you don't have to have believing in a mass production to mass produce, because you just have to do this for yourself and your family. So if your little tomato tree or tomato or what you want to call it here, tree, grow 3 tomatoes at a time, that's good enough for all for the week, depending on how often you cook and how much you use tomato. You know, your scallion and your thyme. Yeah. So you don't need a big field or a big backyard, you know, just a nice little space. That's it. Just a nice little space and you're good. For real. That's it. That's all you need. A nice little space to plant your scallion, your thyme, your chocho, your onion, your tomato, and you can eliminate that off of your grocery list. For real. And you know that is natural because it's simple. Just go get some little flower spot and your little the right soil. And get your seeds and plant them and take your time, water them at evening time. Have some patience, man, for real. Because if you don't have some patience, you will become a patient. Okay? All right. It may sound like a joke, but a real talk. If you don't have some patience, you may become a patient. So before you become a patient, make sure you have some patience. Okay? All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cool. So that's just my little 411 I'd like to share with you, because this flu season is a dangerous flu season. And of course, already 60 plus people die from this flu symptom that's going around right now. If it's the swine flu, I'm not quite sure. The swine flu is one of them. And can you imagine, just a day or two ago, I read in an article where a gymnast, somebody who is a gym instructor, died from the swine flu. This person works out every day. So no matter how fit you may think you are, my people, trust me. I am a guy who get up and I go walking and jogging in the mornings. Yeah. Just recently I started drinking water a lot. I never used to drink water much. I just started drinking water a lot. And I must tell you this, my peoples. I don't even know how I end up catching the flu. I don't know where I go. I don't know what button I press, who for hand I shake, who I gave a hug. But all I know, I just catch the flu. I just feel start having sore throat. And then when I start having sore throat, then that's when I start to say to myself that this feel like I'm coming on with the flu. So it can be in the workplace, my peoples, trust me, it can be in the workplace, yes. It also can be in the schools. It can be in church, if you feel like, say, church is not the place, it can be in church too. So, you know, don't get it twisted. It is there, and it is well alive. This flu virus that we see today going around, it's there and it's well alive, my people. So again, please, I ask you to be extra cautious. Be extra cautious. Okay. All right. So now that we have, I've just posted that on social media, sharing that on social media. You too, when you get the link, please do share the link. All right. Yes, man. All right. So, my peoples, let's say this now. So, this is a topic that we may spiral off into a 2-part series, based on the fact that, you know, I'm not sure if you, my friends, know what's going on in Jamaica right now. But if you notice strategically how everything is just happening and the time frame, remember this is just the second month in the first year of 2018. So it's the 12th day in the second month, my peoples. And already we see where the crime taking Jamaica, already we see where the bulletin that other countries sending out to their citizens about be careful of going into Jamaica for tourism, and we see how the people in Jamaica, the private sector in Jamaica who control the hotels and so forth, how they are tackling this. We actually see how the government is tackling it, but does anyone see how the citizens of Jamaica is dealing with it? The people who rely on this for them bread and butter. Do anyone understand how they're dealing with it? Okay, so check the levels to this, because there's different levels to this thing. All right? I have seen, let me just get rid of this. Yes. I have seen, ladies and gentlemen, where we have seen how many people have been affected by this right now. Yes, a lot. When I say a lot, I do mean a lot of people have been affected by it. Because even the people who reside, I always say this, I don't know why the government is selling out the beaches in Jamaica. We understand the properties that they're selling out. We understand all these sales that's going on right now. I don't even know what Jamaica owns anymore. It's alleged that they have found oil out there in the skirts of Jamaica. So sooner or later they will be doing some drilling on the outskirts of Jamaica, if it's so. And with that being said, does this mean work for Jamaicans? With that being said, does this mean revenue for Jamaica? Any other country in the world, that clearly within itself is revenue. Clearly that's a whole heap of cheddar. They should be going towards the island and benefiting the island in every way, shape or form, because the island is not a big island, so it would be easy to, of course, spread whatever money coming from this around the island. And a lot of things that's needed for the island. So now we have seen where the people are now talking about the restriction that the citizens are undergoing in some areas of Jamaica. And it's not because of the crime why these people are being restricted from these areas in Jamaica. It's solely because of what they're trying to promote, which is the tourism. And they don't want the tourists to mix with the locals. All right, so we have seen here overseas. Check any one of the beaches. Any hotel that occupy a beach here, anyone can pull up and go and take a swim in that beach, especially here in Florida. I can't tell you that much. The beach strip within itself is open to the public. There are the hotels that's there, that they have their pools and stuff like that. But again, at the same time, you cannot go on the hotel property to swim in the pool unless you're a guest or you've been invited by a guest. But you can leave the hotel property and go on the beach, which is a public place, which is very much safe because they provide ample security that, patrol up and down the beach. They have proper lifeguards and so forth on duty during beach hours. So why is it cannot be like that in Jamaica? There's no more public beaches in an island that is surrounded by beaches. I'm trying to maths it out. I'm trying to understand it fully. I'm trying to grasp it. But it's very difficult to grasp, ladies and gentlemen. It's very difficult to really put a finger on. Now, an island that is surrounded by beaches, but yet still the locals, which is the citizens of that island, cannot go on these beaches because of these hotels that are situated on these beaches. Is that fair? Wouldn't it be okay to have proper security to make sure that there's no soliciting going on? Wouldn't that be the better thing to do? Employ security to make sure nobody now solicitate the guests or harass the guests. But it should be okay for a citizen, if I am home and I feel like I want to go to the beach today. Imagine if a guest don't bring you to the beach, or you are not a guest at this hotel, you cannot go to the beach. I was in Jamaica a couple of months ago, searching high and low for a river and couldn't find a river. That was just the thing that I wanted to do, because when you think about the beaches, there's the beaches, you have to pay admission to go in these beaches. So I'm just saying to my people in my country, I don't even know about no other country, because I've been to other islands and their thing is totally different. The citizens in Haiti own their own spots on the beaches. For real. And that's in Haiti. So if you want to go to the beach and enjoy private settings, then you have that to your leisure, because you have bought a property, and you do what you want to do. You put your hammock or whatever you want to put, but that's yours. You have a little gate to enter and that section and so forth, and it kind of fence off, so it's private to you and your family and your guests. But that's in Haiti. But let me talk about Jamaica, what we know Jamaica is known for. You can get up and go beach at Bull Bay, Portland, St. Thomas. You can go beach in Portmore, St. Catherine, in Ocho Rios, in Montego Bay, in Negril. But then again, now with all these strips of beaches, you find all these hotels that now occupy these beaches, and you know, as a private citizen, as a citizen of that country, living in that parish, cannot attend that beach. It's unfair to the people in Jamaica, and the government need to step in right now, for real. It's really and truly unfair. No, really, really unfair. If you feel like you want to pack a picnic bag and go to the beach to chill, just you and your friends and so forth, you should be able to do that without anyone closing a gate on you and telling you that it costs X amount to go in, or that if you're not a guest, you cannot come on the beach unless you're being accompanied by a guest on the property. Really unfair. And it's the only place I see this thing happening. It's not happening anywhere else. For real. That I have been to. For real. It's not happening anywhere else. So why is it the government just sit back and make all these private sector taking liberty with the citizens them in Jamaica like this? Clearly, I don't understand. So I think the government have a lot of work to do now. And I think them listen when we talk, because so we talk something today, tomorrow them try to discuss it and try to make amends, so forth. But this is the reason why the citizens in Jamaica behave the way they behave, because they keep pushing the people them back against the wall. So when them start push forward now, when they start, so them unruly. They're not unruly. Them just want some justice like everybody else. Come on now. Simple mathematics. You are going to really tell me that if I should go to Jamaica now and I want to take my kids to the beach, I have to check into a hotel? And I was born and raised here. The same beach I used to go to before the hotel even existed here. No, the beaches now that are open to the public are now, you have to pay a fine, a fee to get in. And you pay a fee, an admission fee to get in. Now, with some of these establishments, I can clearly understand why they would want you to pay a fee, because of the upkeeping of the beach itself, and you have to pay someone for the upkeeping of the sanitary place, and the bathroom and stuff like that, and the food area. But before, we never had to. There's a beach called Fort Clarence. Pretty beach. Fort Clarence in Jamaica. Fort Clarence is different from Elsha, for those who don't know. One is run by the government, and the other is run by just citizens. Now, the one that is run by the government, clearly it has been upkept, because they have proper security, they have proper lifeguard facilities, they have good bathroom and so forth. And the other is, and this is a catch-22 to it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the other is just running. They have some of the best fishing festival there, and oysters and all these things. But when you talk about the sanitary part of it, it's just rundown. So this is where you're having the problem now. So the government themselves come in and ask them that they will come in and tear the place down and build it up properly and make proper sanitary places. And the people, they declined because they said that now they have to be paying a fee for such thing. So all right, so if you decline that from the government, but yet, and the reason for you to decline is because of the fees, the tax that they're going to charge you probably annually to maintain that. Why don't you take that blueprint then and all of you come together and form an association and say, all right, we're going to lick down this, we'll put some money together because everybody is selling fish there. Why don't all of you all come together and do that then? All of you that is selling fish. Because seriously, there's no proper bathroom facility there, and that is very important, especially a place where you're selling food. You know what I mean? So this is one of the things you want to consider, my peoples. Can we angle these things? It's like a friend of mine asked a question, was Jamaica ready for independence? Based on how they're running the country right now. And I couldn't even give a straight up answer. And the reason why I couldn't give a straight up answer is because looking back from 62 till now, 2018, I have clearly seen a lot of improvements, yes. But there was a lot of things that are not so rampant then as it is now, such as the crime and everything else that's going on that's wrong. The corruption of the government and, you know what I mean, the reprimand of a police officer that's doing wrong. This is just the little glitches that need to be tweaked. And once you can tweak that, then yes, we were ready for independence. I can tell you that much. Every country have their problem. What I'm actually saying now is I do hope that looking back over these 50 plus years, we can now find an easier solution to these problems. I don't think we should having citizens in Jamaica going to these facilities such as a beach to be paying a fee to go into these beaches when they're actually going there to have fun. There's not a theme park in there, so they're not going for rides and stuff like that. And I remember Dunn's River. I don't know if anybody out there remember Dunn's River, but I clearly remember Dunn's River. And back then we have to pay a fine, and it's well kept. It's well kept up until this day. Most, you know, it's one of the most popular attraction place in Jamaica when you go down. When you go down back as a citizen or a tourist. It's one thing on your bucket list that you want to tick off when you go to Jamaica. You know, and when you go there, it's not just tourists alone you see there or foreigners. You actually see the locals there too, enjoying it. You know what I mean? The beaches and a whole and a different, I think that should be just open to the public. I think if the government is intervening, they should intervene and making sure that there's proper bathroom facilities and make sure that anybody who is working there, such as the cook and so forth, you know, make sure they have proper sanitizing station, wear gloves and so forth to deal with the public. You know what I mean? I think that's the only way the government should intervene. But hey, that's just my opinion. And that's all it is here on Flexx FM, Let's Chat with TC. My opinion. That's what I think. I think that they should intervene in that sense to make sure that there's proper bathroom facilities, the sanitary station where the cooking and so forth, you know, everybody, every worker in there is obeying by, you know, the standard, sanitary standard, where our gloves are something over your head and stuff like that. And they come in once a month and do a double check and so forth. If you're going to put lifeguard in there on the beach, to patrol the beach, if you're going to have someone to walk and clean up the beach, then with these things, if you're going to implement that, then I think you should charge a fee for one to come in and occupy the beach. But if none of that is in place, there's no way you should be charging people to come into a beach when you don't have none of these things in place. There's no one cleaning up the beach. There's no one governing the bathroom or so forth. There's not even a proper bathroom facility. And if you don't have none of these things, then why should one pay to come into this beach? Because it's right next to a popular hotel? Wrong, man. Wrong up. Totally wrong up. And that's what I'm saying to you. That these are the stuff we need to fix, ladies and gentlemen. And the citizens of Jamaica need to get up now. You guys have been sitting down too long now. For real. So what you need to do, you need to get up now and understand that if you're going to pay to use a beach, they're supposed to have proper security guard. They're supposed to have proper bathroom facilities. The beach is supposed to be clean up to a standard where, as in, you don't even see no trash on the beach while walking on the beach, and there's no broken bottle or anything of such nature. For real. If you're going to be paying an admission to get into a beach, these are the things that you should look into. And if those things are not present, then yeah, speak up. Talk to your mayor and your council of that constituency and let them know that you're not doing that. That is wrong. For real. They don't mind the boycott because the boycott thing now go work. I don't see them really march at Jamaica or anything of such nature and thing. But you can get on social media now and let your voice be heard. You can write them a letter, a decent letter. If you don't know how to write it, make your son or your daughter is probably a little bit more intelligent. Write a decent letter and submit it to them. And do a thing called follow up, because if you just write it and leave it, that's where it's going to be, lost in the mail. But do a thing called follow up. Go to your local newspaper, your local media, radio station, or television and talk about these things. These things need to be discussed publicly so them can actually hear what's the concern of you guys. For real. And this is what needed to be done in order for you guys to get this form of justice, because it's injustice for you to be paying to go on a beach when there is nothing in place, such as a proper bathroom, a proper kitchen, security, or lifeguard. So what are you paying for? Because it's in Ocherius or Negril? That's it. As a matter of fact, there's a place called Elsha, ladies and gentlemen, a very popular beach. And I have known that beach before it even got to certain places, because that's where I was born and raised. And I know when it moved from the first roundabout all the way down to the second roundabout, and it moved to the third roundabout now. For real. So besides Elsha, you have Gregory Park. Beside Elsha, you have Fort Clarence. Two different beach. Again, one is been run by the government, which is not so bad in terms of how it looks, because I've been over there and it look really up to par. The standard is nice. So if you pay a little $20 here or $20 there, there's no problem with that. But if you should, my peoples, if you should actually say you're going to pay a fee to occupy a beach, then this is where you have to really think about it. Seriously think about it. Because personally, I don't think that you should pay admission to go on any beach in Jamaica unless that beach is properly functioning with proper bathroom facilities, proper kitchen, and of course the thing is up to standard where all the employees must wash hands before returning out to customer and stuff like that. Proper security, and of course lifeguard. Those are just some of the things I personally think that should be in place if you're going to pay an admission to go on a beach in Jamaica. But now, the private sector who owns the hotel and stuff like that, they are the one now was making it difficult for you and I as citizens to occupy these beaches. Because, for one, them say the people them not have no discipline and them just come and them do everything, them pick, they use the pampas, them use it, throw it down, but then them have them guests that occupy the hotel that want to come to the beach have to be exposed to all these things. Now, can you blame them? Personally, I don't think that you can blame them, if that is the case. But again, I think that when you talk about beaches such as Helsha and places like that, then this is where they will shift the dynamics, because there's no hotel that's owned by the Chins and the Azans and, you know, Stewarts and these places there, for real. Glamour. What go on, youth?
Yeah, they're on the program.
They're on the program, bossy. But you know the program they're on is really and truly we have discussed about the beaches. Like, for example, Elsha Beach. There's a difference between Elsha and Fort Clarence, right?
Yeah, man, big difference.
And in terms of the difference,
And I just Elsha and Fort Clarence again, and you have Elsha, you have Fort Clarence, you have Boardwalk, you have Waves. It's a whole heap of beach up on the stretch there now.
so when you talk about Boardwalk, you mean on the same Elsha stretch there?
No, Boardwalk up on the Fort Clarence stretch. You have Fort Clarence, then you have Boardwalk, then you have Fort Clarence, then you have Waves, then you have Boardwalk.
Oh, this sound like
Boardwalk
it owned by
Boardwalk
private sectors?
No, you know, not really private sector, you know, just some man just fence off a place and set it up like, oh, them set up Sugarman Beach.
Yeah.
Remember the Sugarman the side of El Shadow, you know.
Aye.
So
So,
them set up Boardwalk just like how Sugarman set up.
all right, so let me ask you a
But
question, Greg. With
yeah.
in terms of, say, for example, I and I man come and say, yo, dog, I could go drink some beer and eat 2 fish. We have to pay admission fee to go in at these places?
Well, you have to pay admission going to Fort Clarence and Boardwalk.
What the
But
difference
like the rest
between them two places now and Elsha?
well, that's why you just in a discussion now. Fort Clarence and Boardwalk now, them have proper facilities, them have shower and bathroom facilities and proper food there and playpen for kids and all them things that them set it up.
Okay.
So
if you want that luxury, you have to pay for it.
yeah, because them really have people that maintain a bathroom and all them things there, you know, so people have to get paid for it.
Okay.
But with Elsha, oh, you know, so Elsha did run down from over the years now. People that live on the beach and all them things, so them a try to regulate that, but then make it gone too far. Because you know, so you go to Elsha Beach and people build up all house.
Yes.
People basically live on the beach. So now them a try to run in and say them want to get off all of the squatters off of the beach because them really harass people now, you know. Harass, you can't sit down in peace, you know.
Really?
Like you can't drive in peace and go and say you go buy a food now because you enter through the gate, you see beer man and tell you park over there, so park over there. So it a get to everybody now, so them a try to regulate the beach where them a make UDC come in. UDC want come in now and clean off the whole beach, set up some proper tent and shops and bathroom facilities and things.
But we actually hear, personally, a couple of years ago, I hear that they wanted to do that. But what happened is the same people them who have the stalls, them, a protest against it.
Yeah, because them feel like, say, after UDC come in and do all of that, some of them now go get back the stall. But the thing is now, when UDC come in and fix up the place and put in the bathroom facilities and proper style and whatever, because the beach even road still, you know, because water come in from the original style them now, you know, so they want to bring back the style them from there so and bring them way back. So which part of the water to the style them want to fix that up now and put out a reef out there and thing for cut back some of the water, but them can't get for the nothing until the people them move. But the people them now go and move because some of them claim so them dead for over 30 years and 40 years and own a band there and all them things. You know it go already in Jamaica.
Yeah. So based on that now, them not really want pay a fine or for the
Most of the
government for
people,
coming in.
them just afraid say them now go get back them spot. And that them afraid for. Them afraid and then the next thing, when UDC come in, UDC I go set the place that say I have to pay light and water bill, and maybe one little rent for the place now. And them not really want that car a proper thing UDC I go come in come do,
Okay,
Because
but
even
go
even
on.
when I enter Portmore from Ferry side, you remember you used to see some whole heap of vendor out on the road out there sell callaloo and thing.
Yes.
Well, Portmore Municipal clear out a spot and build up proper place to them and put them over there.
Over the
So them
fish, you
just
mean like the
clean
fish
up.
village where the people them used to sell the fish?
Yeah, man, them clean up around that a forum hotel they attack, run a forum that
No, me I talk about
the people,
Causeway. They moved them from Causeway because they were building the highway and put them in an area.
yeah, man, but also run a forum hotel there, so where the
Yeah.
fishermen them used to there.
Yes.
You remember them used to have some whole heap of fishing boat to come around there, so too.
Right.
Them build a proper facility for them that a UDC and move all of them from there so, and put them in the facility and that work out well.
And that was
Because
because
all
of
of
the
them just
housing project that they were they were they were
yeah,
constructing.
yeah, but them never rebel to that still because them get proper place with light and water and proper style and them never too go on bad pan that because proper dialogue they go on still because a KD night they go around and talk to them because he was the minister in charge that time. So proper
Okay.
dialogue they go on pan that now. But this now, what am I trying to do with El Shop? Them just a chew it down the people them chew it now without dialogue. So that's why it a cause problem.
Okay.
Them that even they get no warning or no nothing, them just try chew it down pan them or whatever.
But Greg Stam, I personally I am for proper facility. And it's a beach where we are used as we are youth to grow. For years we know Elsha before the existence of what it is right now. And we know that the bathroom facility is not 100. It's none is there, period. I haven't seen any there.
So that's why you have to wonder now, so the people them will live on the beach, how them work out that.
Yeah, so that definitely need prior attention, and then I think it will attract more people if you have these things,
No.
proper entrance,
People,
you know, pro-
people, people who want proper swimming and thing now, from them reach, them turn in a Fort Clarence, or them turn in a boardwalk. The only thing I hold people to Elsha right now, are the food, because you can't swim good and comfortable at Elsha,
and you have to think
because
about the food, how it's been prepared now too.
but why the food tastes good, see you that's something.
No, and one of the
Elsha,
best on the whole strip though, don't get me wrong, It's the most talk about, when people talk, even when Grace them build them artificial festival, them name it Elsha style festival. You know what I mean?
and then the thing now, some of them, enough of them still, like Prendis, the big names, them have them own water tank and stuff, like Prendis and Screechy and, the big names live on the
Yes.
beach.
Yes.
Them have to them whole heap of tank. Most of them have tanks still, and some of them really are try set up the place. Because even one at time, I think, one of the company them they go down, I think a Lime or Flow or one of them go down there
Yeah.
and start fix up some of the style them and thing. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem now is the water come in from the style them because the whole of the beach are road. You
Okay.
remember one time we used to come play ball on the sun out of Elsha?
Yeah.
We can't do that again because the whole of the water, which part we used to play ball and be water, the water come right up to the style them now. So the
Ah.
most you can do now I just go down there, eat a food and drink a juice and,
And head back.
but head go Fort Clarence go swim. Our waves are sugar man.
And the difference
But I
with
just,
these beaches now, so if it continue like this though, we can see where it will become obsolete over a period of time based on the fact that
no man,
people more are
something I forgot man because them themselves know say something have to happen, but their problem is now, them afraid say
they won't
if
get back the
200 of
spot.
them there. 200 of them now get back them spot. And that's a for them problem, you know. So it look like them who are going to dialogue to sign all agreements. Tom Jones I go get back this and Mary Jane I go get back this and all them things. So.
Well, I think you're right about that still. A proper dialect need for to communicate between.
Dialogue, but the biggest issue, you know, TC, you find out, say, you see people are build all house down on the beach. And you say, yo, how people are build house on the beach? People live for the beach with all family, you know. And that's not supposed to happen. That I get to everybody nerves, you know.
Yeah, you can't have that something there. No.
That Elsha, not like Elsha, what we used to know, you know. Too much people down there now, man. A beer people, and as you enter now, people are direct you for go park or whatever. Beer hustlers.
And you know find that when you go Fort Clarence and Boardwalk.
Place why you pay the $100 and go in with Sugarman. When you reach Sugarman Beach or you reach Fort Clarence or Boardwalk, you just give them the $100 and not a harassment. You go in, you have a proper bathroom, you sit down anywhere, you lie down anywhere, you do your thing, and you come out.
Wow.
That's a difference, you know.
And
but most people now through them want the food. Because even though Port Clarence them have food and thing, we don't know something about Elsha food still in that.
Boy, no, I mean to tell you for real, it's the thing about the food at Elsha, it have a signature thing about it. It just the fish just tastes different, the festival just tastes different, everything just tastes like how you really want it. If somebody overseas tell you so when you go to Jamaica, go a Elsha for some good fish and festival. When you go down there, is where you get. Good fish and festival.
Even Friday night, I down there eat some food. I tell them you have to eat Elsha food same way, you know, man. Because the best, you know, the best in the seafood anyway, you know, I don't know. The best.
Well, after so much years of preparing it, them have it locked down, man. Well, you know what? I do hope that them can come to some conclusion with the government and them.
Dialogue, you know, and then the minister were responsible for it now. Him like the people them say them him not get in a proper dialogue with them because him just come and throw it down upon them and you know him not deal with it good. I the same brother with control the wharf, you know him name, man. That's what I can't remember him name, you know.
The one who sell out the wharf, we sell out the prison to the port.
Yeah, man, this one that with control him name, man.
I can't remember his name.
But I him same one I response it and him do a beach and watch you a day and him clean up the beach and watch you know, so him say I put more and next stop. So him a come in now and him want to come in with them tractor and them truck and them police and them soldier now and scrape off the whole place and set it, you know.
But can I ask you a quick question, Greg? The thing that we say Ochi now, because I was in Ochi the other day and there was no beach I could go to where you have to pay an admission fee going a bus. There's no such thing as a beach like Elsha in Ochi Rios.
You see the thing now, you see the whole of the little private beach. Let me tell you something, how we build all beach, you know, the people, and from the people them start go swim and it get popular. You have some private people come and say them own it and I feed them fatherland or a UDC land or whatever. And all the years you go swim, nobody never used to own it until it start get popular.
Popular, right.
You know? So this beach I watch where the controversy start about now. And years the people them are go swim free, you know. And all of a sudden now them want to come in, come regulate. That's how it always go, you know. Here's the people them swim the free.
Yeah. But the regulation though, I am for regulation, you know, Greg. Don't get me wrong, you know.
When Elsha regulate and thing, I don't think that I'll be free.
No.
Therefore, you know, because them want to say water bill have to go pay, light bill have to go pay, beach have to go clean up and all them things there.
All right, so, check this out. So the people themselves can come together and do that something there. Like put up their own money and do their own construction and get people for clean.
You see, even though the beach, we don't love the beach, for know say the beach free.
Yeah.
Still in the TC, people are going there working on the beach have to get maintenance. So even if them are charge a fee, charge a little low, a minimum something, you know, but charge no exorbitant nothing.
With the amount of people who come Elsha Beach and all, my brother, if you charge $100, that can cover maintenance of the beach. I can't tell you that much.
Or they might can say, well, couple days in the week free. Like during the week free, but weekend you pay. You know, them have to work out something, you know,
Something,
because
something.
the people that build Elsha Beach, and
Of
we
course.
build Elsha Beach, because remember, say, never Elsha we used to go, you know, we used to go right down a sign there, so
I ex-
all Elsha, you remember
the
all
very
Elsha?
first roundabout with the wine at the road
And
there,
all
sir.
Elsha.
Right, all
You know,
Elsha.
so we used to go,
And then
and
them
then we move
abandoned
and go down
that
a,
and
and go down a real Elsha now,
sent us
the
down
new
at
Elsha.
Elsha. And at the same vendors that were at the sign
All
end up at
mm,
Elsha.
yeah.
And there was
So,
always Fort Clarence. Fort Clarence was always there.
always there, man.
And always have that proper structure about it, but nobody used to go Fort Clarence like that.
I want to tell you, say, Fort Clarence popular now. You want to see Fort Clarence on a Sunday? Fort Clarence have proper facilities now in the TC.
Wow.
Proper. And them are do more work over there as we speak now. So,
But the
Fort
government really
Clarence,
control it though.
none of government control Fort Clarence. Fort
Ooh.
Clarence are private people.
Okay, so them really have put some effort, some money and effort in it though.
Yeah, man. Fort Clarence a shot beach, man. None of the beach them down there no government. I just Elsha UDC are try to take over now.
Okay, well,
Because
you know
like
what?
all boardwalk, you see boardwalk beach, you
Yeah,
remember how Sugarman set up?
yes.
I see where boardwalk set up now, you know, boardwalk have proper facilities, and if you want to keep party and dance over there, you can do all of that because the facilities there,
It's
you
there
know.
for that.
Yeah, man, them set it good. Even though all waves to waves set up nice and thing, you know. Them have
Man.
security guard and proper facilities, you know.
Well, I hope them can
So them
come
have
together in a proper dialect and, you know what I mean? Me to come,
the thing
as you say,
Elsha now,
sign some agreement.
Elsha for just the people them for just you dialogue with the minister them and so come to some agreement and sign some contract now and make a beach fix up. Because we well want to see it fix up, you know.
Of
Because we
course.
can't stay the way there, you know. We well want it fix up, man.
So about the road, and them really have deal with the road to go into the place, because me know so the road not too bad, but when you
Well,
reach into
the road,
Elsha,
the road from the main for go Elsha Beach, it rehabilitate and look proper and nice, man. Everything good with the road going to
but
Elsha. But
once you head
when you
into
reach
Elsha
Elsha, you
now,
have to go in at the entrance now. That one fix.
so you need proper
So,
parking lot and all these things.
yeah, so me at that UDC really want to do. But the thing now, they see them take long. Years now, them for go down there before all of them squatters they go down there, you know.
Okay.
Years, a long time it out and now all upstairs house down by the beach in the TC.
So do you think because that change of government cause them things sometime in one government in power and them say I could take this as a project, the next government come in and push it to the side? You think that a reason for that caused the delay too?
Well, I tell you, so them just need for all of that too, cause the thing is, you know, when one party in and start do something, you know, and then them get for come out, the next party will come in and prolong the thing where the
The
other
other
party
party
that do, you know,
start.
because them want to say them are do something different and for them thing or go different and better. You see me?
Okay.
But I hears people that talk about Elsha for rehabilitate and thing and government come in and government change and government come in and government change and everybody just attack and attack and attack. So it just a get out of hand, yeah, man. Just get out of hand.
Well, we just pray and
But
hope that them can rectify that problem, yeah, and you know, and make people overseas, foreigners and tourists will come in. Because me know tourists will come to Jamaica, check in a hotel in New Kingston, but come at Elsha. People left Ocherios and them place there, Moby. Come at Elsha, not only just to swim, but also for the fish and the festival.
yeah, man, then Elsha have the best seafood in a Jamaica, man. No Port Royal, no way no better than Elsha food. No Port Royal, no liquor Ochi, nobody no way no better than Elsha food, man.
I
El
believe you,
have
my
the best
brother.
seafood in the world, in a Jamaica, man. Even the world, cause nobody can cook seafood like Elsha.
No, I must tell you
Big
that
man.
because I one stop that when I come. You know that already. Before me left, while me there, during, after everything, at my place, I love it. Love the fish,
So
love
like,
how them
you see,
prepare it. I just love the atmosphere and a whole bossy. For real.
yeah,
The whole
you want to
atmosphere
say
just
Elsha
nice.
for the Wednesday, you say Wednesday I come a holiday. You
Yeah.
want to sit down there.
The,
You know,
the,
sit down there go black.
I can tell you, because I remember Prentice on the beach on Sundays. That was a nice energy, a nice vibe to mix with the food. Because when you have good reggae music and food together, you know, nothing beat that to no brother.
Yeah, that used to nice. The friend is. I
Yes,
forgot
man.
when Stone Love used to down there. Stone Love used to down there every Sunday on the beach and
Then
play
them bring
things
in
for you.
the flair with the igloo and the chug it and
All
bring
them G
these
used to
different
down there
things.
every Sunday too another time.
Yeah, so these things, it's good attraction and these things bring revenue. But at the same
A
time, we just
sugar,
need regulation.
a Sugarman Beach really chug it and igloo it there, you know, because
It
Sugarman have the
the
facilities for
facility
that.
to do that.
Sugarman
Yeah.
their place and things, so them get the whole of the money for that. Yeah, you know the man who own the hotel, I him own the beach too. The
Sugarman,
Sugarman.
right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So if they have the whole of the facilities for that ready. So it makes some whole heap of money for that and thing.
So is that
But
is those events still currently going on now, or people can still book those venues? Because and then again, it have those kind of
man,
facility, have proper bathroom and stuff like that too. You have to bear those things in mind, too, brother.
yeah man, the whole of them have proper thing, man. You see right now if I set up a venue and a charge for going in, yeah, and them thing that them work on.
The main thing.
Bath, bathroom security and facilities, food and thing. But I want to tell you, so Sugarman mainly, Sugarman deal with theme thing like a venue, you know, and they really deal with it like a beach, you know.
Okay.
Is a more venue, but like boardwalk and Fort Clarence now and Wave,
Yes.
them they have
Beach.
them ready. But at the same time, if you want to keep something, you can. Oh, Fort Clarence running. If you have a birthday party, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
you and your friend that today your birthday, you want to keep a party, you can go in with the food and your liquor and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, them not charge you. You just go in with the food and your liquor and sit and you are going to find a corner, you play your music and you eat your food and whatever.
Okay.
Go in.
And them have different
But
pavilions and stuff there. I know that Elisha is Fort Clarence is a really nice place from day one. You know, since
so
we are
Fort
youth, I grew up. It always have that little upscale thing about, and it was properly, it was well kept. You know.
if you have to go jerk pan too, like you have a jerk pan and you liquor them and your friend them want hang out, you can bring in a jerk pan and go in there go jerk your chicken and drink your liquor same way.
For a fee or because you bring
No
a.
man, you just pay the entry fee. You
Okay.
pay your entry fee $100 and go in.
And that's per person.
Yeah, per person.
Okay. Well, nothing wrong with that, man.
Sugar
$100 is
man is
like
a
$1 a
venue.
year, you know, man. It's a $1 a year, that, you know.
Yeah, so it go
Nothing
man.
wrong with that, man. And that can assist with maintaining the beach. And as I said, the government, I don't have a problem with regulations because if you're going to present you with proper bathroom facilities and lifeguard equipment
I tell you,
and
and the government own it. A
right,
private
even as a
people.
private sector, right. I feel say somebody should really collect for maintain it, and that is good,
Mm.
you know. But the fact that them a lock down the beach, them especially up at the north coast and now at the island, where most of the hotels them now own the beach, then the beach property them, especially the good ones, that a lot of
Mm.
people used, as you say, are the citizens
So,
them make a beach what it is because them start occupy it and go there a lot and people start to say it become popular.
and most of the beach them in a bush did there, you know, people chop out the bush them and start swim there. And then from the beach, from the spot get popular now, you hear say, you what, Mr. Brown, they own the land there, Mr. Chin, they own this, Mr. You know,
Right.
when I did beer bush there,
Before.
and before you chop out the bush now, you know, start swim there, people start swim there. You hear say the owner them ready for the place.
And this is where the citizens them have a problem with now. Like I tell them, I was just explaining to them that even Duns River as it is, you used to have to pay a fee for years for going to Duns River, and it's well kept. And it's one of the most attraction place right now, where you go to anytime you're planning on going to the island. That's on any everybody bucket list. We have to stop at Duns River Fall. Now them have the Mystic Mountain, which is another attraction that you have to pay again.
You have Dolphin Cove, a whole heap of attraction there, man. But the thing is, you know, this, I don't think the people, most of the people don't really have a problem with pay a little fee going, you know, because you know the thing have to maintain. But you see, like the one them where the community bill, You know the way that the
Yes.
people in the communities here and near around, them say them not think them should have to pay every day for going. They should have like maybe per weekend them charge a fee or holiday them charge a fee or something. But them
Okay.
say they build the beach, you know.
True.
Like El Shadow, you know, say people build that, you know.
True that.
So
That is so true.
you know really think say every day you have to pay go in and we will build it.
That are true.
So I just that problem.
And you've
Them don't
been
really have a problem with paying a fee, because you know say the beach have to maintain, you know, because people have to rake it up, people have to clean bathroom, people have light bill have to pay water bill, you
right.
know, shower have to clean. So I don't really like them have a problem for pay a fee. Just don't make it too high and don't make it a everyday thing. Like
Simple.
you know, say you pay per weekend or you pay 3 days out of the week, but give them some day free too.
Well, I guess you're right, Greg. Them just need to have a dialogue with, the ministers and the citizens. Them need to come together and sit down and have a look at town hall meeting and discuss going forward with that. Because it would have good to know that people can come home to these kind of facilities. You know what I mean?
Mm.
For real. But all the line there for me, Greg. I come into you, my brother. Hold on there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time here. And, for real, that was Greg Stamp. Brother, I'm growing. For real. So we can tell you the history about Hellshire. We can tell you the history about where it's coming from and where it is now. We have seen all the changes. Every single changes there is. From there was bush to there comes land and there comes road and proper this and some of the people who actually operate these places are people who actually grew up with too as well. So we can tell you the ins and outs. When we talk about it, it's very much factual. It's nothing that we're reading about in a paper. It's something that you yourself, if you need information on it, you can come to us and we can give it to you. That's how factual it is. Cool? All right, it's 10 minutes after 8. It's time for me to bounce about a year and make some room for the next Flex drop. But in the meantime, my people, remember this, and remember this always. If you want change in your life, you cannot keep doing the same thing over and over. You have to change by making the difference. Have to make a change in anything that you do if you want to see a better or different result. For real. And remember this, and remember this always. The views that expressed here on Flexx FM is not necessarily the views of Flexx FM and their affiliates, but it's the opinion of TC and his guest. All right? And then with that being said, thanks to our affiliates. Thank you so very much for carrying us in New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, and Connecticut. And of course, here in South Florida. And I want to thank you, our viewers, for watching and listening and contributing and chatting in the chat room with us. We really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to being here with you tomorrow at 7 p.m. again. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the flu is going around, so make sure you wash your hands thoroughly and properly. And be careful of who you shake a hand or hug, because it's serious. If you can't do it by wireless, do it wireless, man. Heal somebody wireless, because this flu virus is no joke. All right? It's killing people. Serious. All right, I'm out here until tomorrow. Stay blessed, my people. Remember, one God, so we cry for world peace, because it's one world. And remember, in everything you do, be careful. In your walk, your ride, your drive, be careful in what you say to others. That same thing may come back, come on to you. And remember this, always think before you talk. Be more of a listener than a talker. And be good parents to your kids. They are the future. So you hold that child in your hand simply means you're holding the future in your hand. Whichever way the future turns, depends on how you raise that same child. Hold it in your hand. So still